Karla, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakatahawa, Brakatahawa Shai, Brakatahawa, Brakatahawa Shai, Brakatahawa, Brakatahawa Shai, the water, above, called Kadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teaches truth, the 100% truth, the true word of our Lord. Do a lesson tonight, and I was watching beloved elder um, um, damn, out of Chicago, beloved elder out of Chicago. And in his lesson, he was um, going over how, the Edomites are being exposed in these last days, the Epstein files. There you have other Edomites that's speaking on the case. And they're exposing each other, And all this is orchestrated by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And these things were prophesied to happen in the last days. And he was going into, these Edomites, man, it don't get no worse than these Edomites, man. That's why I say they are the base of all men. You don't get worse than an Edomite. There's nothing that they won't do, but yet they always try to point the finger at you, Jakes, like you're the worst thing on the planet. Like you're the reason why the world is where it is, because of your debauchery. But the whole time, it's always been orchestrated by these devils, man. They're very manipulative, especially the ruling of these Edomites, which is these Amalekites, man. And I was watching the beloved elder out of GMS Dallas. I can't think of the brother name either. I always get the names mixed up. But he was going into how these Edomites, or these so-called white folks, realizing that the Amalekites stole the whole blessing, man. And he pretty much kept it for themselves. Because they all, at the end of the day, are all Edomites. Just Amalek is just the chief tribe of Esau, Edom. And as a whole, he don't give a fuck about these lower level Edomites, man. So he's just trying to destroy them, just like they're trying to destroy you Jakes, man. You so-called black Hispanics and Native Americans. And so a lot of the Edomites are getting pissed about it because, they're not included in this blessing, man. They're suffering just like you Jakes is, man, just like us Jakes. So, they see that the shit that these elites are doing behind closed doors, all the stuff is being brought out, being exposed. And really, it's probably no different than most of these Edomites, because they all would probably do the same thing if they had the opportunity to get away with it. Because we know how them Edomites get down, man. They're like the lowest thing on the totem pole, actually, when it comes to morality. But yet they always profess themselves as being the angel of light, as the beacon of morality for the world. They're going to police the whole world on how the whole world should be treated. It's like a fox, that's guarding the hen house. Now, what good is that going to do? And that's the same it is with these Edomites, man, with them being in control and being in power. And like I say, with these oligarchs, with these Amalekites that's ruling at the top, got Edomites out here suffering because of their greed. And that just shows you there's no honor amongst these. They had a class system where they were separating, that these Edomites were just above Jakes. But the whole time, now everybody's suffering. They just can't hide it anymore. And that's why the Edomites are pissed, man. Let's go into Job chapter, I think it was Job, I can't even, it's in the book of Job. I don't have the exact precept where it is, but they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the valley, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. And because, like I said, they were driven from amongst men because they're so wicked, man. They so conniving, especially on Amalekites, man. They're very shiesty, how they deal. They crafty. They can talk a slick, real slick, smooth game, but the whole time they try to figure out how they're going to undermine you. They're real smooth in how they do it, and that's their blessing, man. Is being crafty as well. That's part of their sword, man. That tongue that they have. They always tell a lie anytime they open their mouth. It's a lie coming out. And when you can tell a person a lie, they always laugh before they answer a question. That's usually a tell sign. That's what a lot of them they will do. He's watching the what they call it, Pam Bondi interrogation, man. It's really just a clown show, man. It really is a clown show. It's like a circus, And to think about of all that shit that been going on and what they've been hiding, she can with a straight face, with the audacity to get up there and bark back like she's on a high plane, man. Instead of just, that just goes to show you Esau has no sense of accountability. And that same way we talk about the nigger woman. The nigger woman and Esau, Edom, those like two peas in a pod, man. They have no sense of accountability. You see a nigger woman, things that she get called out for, and she will argue to the end and never admit to her fault. And that same was Esau, Edom, the same way. And that's why a lot of these nigger women or the Southern Kingdom woman or Judite woman are going to be destroyed, man. They're going to be part of that two-thirds army that's going to be set on fire, man. That's that killing. Got this new phone, man, trying to figure it out. Shalaki. Damn. Okay. We're going to go into the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And so, like I said, these curses are coming off us, man. The truth is being revealed, and these Edomites are being exposed of who they are in the Bible. And the Bible said they're going to be ruling in the last days, man, when the Lord makes his return. So who rules the whole earth right now? It's these Edomites. And the Lord's going to make his return, man, and dethrone them and take them out of power and put them back to where they belong as base men, And these ruling elites, man, like I say, all of them going into slavery. But these ruling elites going to get it the worst. So we're going to be judges and rulers over them, man. So we just have to hold on, man. These devils' justice is coming, Even though he walks the earth during this time with impunity. But when come time when Yahushua makes his return, man, they got a harsh judgment to pay. Because nothing that's been done is not going to be unpaid for, man. All these things that they've done is going to be paid. There's a price tag on it. And the bill is steady adding up, man. And talking about putting interest on it. So they're going to be working up from can't see in the morning to can't see at night, and first thing in the morning right back again, man. Just like they did us, but it's going to be two times as worse. 2 times as worse, man, because they got a lot to pay, a lot of debt to pay within those 1,000 years before they're going to be totally done away with. So Lord will, man, let's edify, stay up, stay in your prayer, stay connected to Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua, man. We're in those last days, man. Lord will, and continue to watch this story being unfolded. Shalom.